I'm Gavin Martin.
And I'm Paul Kirkner.
We're doing a project on smokeless tobacco for a health class for Miss Evans, period 6.
One type of chewing tobacco is pouch tobacco. This product is a stringy cut of tobacco that is marketed in a pouch about 4 to 6 millimeters or so in size. Yeah.
Another type of smokeless tobacco is powdered snus. This product is finely ground dry tobacco that comes in tins or glass bottles. It is used by placing it in the mouth, either by pinching it between the fingers or using a brush, a stick, sometimes chewed to make a brush, and then placing the wet end into the bottle or tin and getting the powder on it. The brush is then placed into the mouth. Moist ground tobacco. This tobacco is placed in round cans about 3 inches across or so. They were reported to have about 5 times the nicotine as cigarettes. These tobacco tins are usually like Skull or some other brands that you usually see around, like that kids have.
A third type of tobacco is plug tobacco. This product comes in a block resembling a candy bar. Another type of tobacco is twist tobacco. This product is strands of tobacco that are formed into rolls and then twisted and wrapped in plastic. If the twist were removed, they would be about 12 millimeters or so long.
Smokeless tobacco is not a safe alternative for cigarettes. Like cigarettes, it's sometimes more addictive and high concentrations of cancer-causing chemicals. In some cases, it's even more addicting than cigarettes because it has more nicotine. The tobacco industry estimates that as 24 million Americans use smokeless tobacco products. Smokeless tobacco sales have increased above 30% in the past 10 years, while cigarettes and other smoke tobacco usage has declined. It has been predicted that industry analysts that smokeless tobacco could double over the next few years. Kids in high school started using this between the ages of around 14 to 17. It becomes addictive through then, and half of them become addicted throughout their lives.
Okay. There are about 30,000 cases of oral cancer are discovered each year in the United States. Alone causes about 9,000 deaths. This is from chewing tobacco, which gives you cancer in the mouth. Men over 40 are the most frequently struck, while the ratio of the oral cancer is 3 to 1 between males and then females. Women use smokeless tobacco but tend to do so privately because it's kind of gross if a woman does chewing tobacco.
Advertising does a lot for the smokeless tobacco industry. They advertise on all over stores and places like Quick Check and CVS to get young kids to start doing it. They say take a pinch instead of a puff is used in a lot of companies to get kids to start doing promoting smokeless tobacco products. There are 3 main causes that cause youth to fall victim to the habit of smokeless tobacco. 1 is peer pressure, 2 is curiosity, 3 the person's family history of tobacco use. In families that use tobacco, it's much stronger mindset to tobacco than there is to things in life that most non-smokeless tobacco users. It almost becomes a need for them. Most smokeless tobacco users that's in their family history, usually their brother or dad that are close to does it, and they think that they have to do it to be cool.
Smokeless tobacco used regularly can damage teeth and gum lines and lessening the ability to taste and smell. People who use smokeless tobacco are increasing their risk of developing cancer of the oral cavity. The use of smokeless tobacco can cause a precancerous condition in the mouth called eucoplakia, occurring on the lips or inside the cheeks. Right here. Leukoplakia is a white, leathery appearing patch while result in cancer diagnosis in 3 through 5% of cases. Everyone has different genetics. While some can chew for many years and not get cancer, some develop tobacco-related cancer over a very short time period. People think that chewing tobacco can only happen, you can only get cancer if you do it for a while, but that's not true. You can do it for one time and get cancer. The risk of cancer is soft oral tissues is almost 50 times greater in long-term users than non-users. About 87% of these tumors are attributable to snuff. Those who say smokeless tobacco is safer than smoking should realize that they are only exchanging one form of same poison from another.
Smokeless tobacco users should check for the following to see if they have a gum disease or cancer: sores that fail to heal and bleed easily, whitish patches, like around here where you pack it, and a sensation of something in the throat, like sometimes you feel around here like you have to do it and stuff. A lump or thickening, sometimes it feels like you have a strep throat or a sore throat like all the time and you need to dip. Difficulty in chewing or swallowing food, and this is usually often, and once you dip it kind of craves the taste, and this is why the nicotine is so addictive and it gets the users to be hooked on it. There's different brands of smokeless tobacco. The most popular is Skull. It comes in a tin that is all different flavors and many high school kids use it. One out of about 6 to 8 kids in high school from the ages 14 to 17 are bound to try it throughout high school. You'll probably see as a kid all these tins throughout your high school career. It's important not to get into that at all. There's different brands like Skull, Grizzly, Copenhagen, and they have this thing called Camel Snus, and that it seems harmless, but it is really just as addictive and harmful as the other smokeless tobacco. You put it in there in your lip, and it's spitless, but you're just swallowing all those harmful chemicals that are just as bad as the other ones. In some sports, it is almost like you have to do it. In baseball, most baseball players do it. In the major leagues, they're smarter than that. But most high school and college athletes dip. You don't have to do that. As an athlete, you shouldn't be doing that at all. If anything, it hurts your career. When you get older, you realize that's just childish and stupid. So it is always good, even if you play sports or not, to never get into that stuff. It causes cancer. It's really bad for you.
I have true experience with people that dip. My brother is an actual chewing tobacco person. He does dip. He does Skull Mint, which I know because I've seen around the house. Sometimes I will come home and try to watch TV. There would be a cup laying on the table with chewing tobacco spit in there. It's very, very gross. And I remember one time he came into the house and he had a lip in and he thought he was cool. And he came out to me, he was like, "Yeah, try this, it's pretty cool." And I was like, why would I ever do that? Like, that's bad for you. It can cause cancer.
We're recording a video. It's going to be
A skit.
A skit of someone dipping and someone telling them not to and what to do in that situation.